Iceland's south coast is one of the most geographically diverse and dramatic stretches of road in the world, running primarily along the Ring Road, while a single day trip from Reykjavik allows you to see the main waterfalls and black sand beaches. A 48-hour itinerary is highly recommended to reach the Glacier lagoons without rushed backtracking. See iconic waterfalls such as Salthamnsfoss, Skagafalls. Visit the town of Vik. Explore the black sand beach of Reynisfjara and Solheimsfjall Glacier. The south coast is fully paved along Route 1, making it highly accessible for standard rental cars in the summer. However, winter driving requires a 4x4 vehicle due to fierce winds, black ice, and sudden snowstorms. If you prefer a guided tour or a stress-free self-driving framework, top-rated local agencies like Guide to Iceland Travel Platform or Reykjavik Excursions offer guided tours. After an exhausting day of exploring the south coast, stop by the Sky Lagoon and experience the 7-step skull wellness ritual and its massive 75-meter infinity edge pool that blends seamlessly into the dramatic North Atlantic Ocean. In this vlog, I will be exploring Iceland's south coast wonders and Sky Lagoon. The history of Iceland's south coast is a gripping epic of fire and ice where volatile volcanic activity, sweeping glaciers, and resilient Viking settlers have continuously rewritten landscape over millennia. Unlike the deeply carved fjords of the west and east, the south coast is uniquely flat, dominated by the vast black sand deserts and the dramatic cliffs that used to be the island's ancient shoreline. According to the Book of Settlements, the south coast was populated rapidly during the late 9th century by Norse chieftains fleeing the tyranny of King Harald Fairhair of Norway. Just east of Vik stands the prominent headland of It was settled in 874 CE as Iceland's first the brother of Iceland's first permanent settler, Ingolfur Arnason. Within the first year, Hrólfur was whacked by his enslaved laborers. This caused Ingolfur to track down his mutineers down the nearby Westman Islands to get retribution for him, and naming the archipelago after them. The south coast is rich in folklore. A famous warrior poet, Ingol Skallagrimsson, is said to have buried his silver coins near Mosfellsber, while another legend claims that the Viking Presi Prolfsson hid a massive chest of gold directly behind the roaring Skagafalls waterfall. For centuries, living on the south coast meant enduring extreme geographic isolation. Because the coast lacked natural harbors, communities had to rely on dangerous open boat fishing through heavy Atlantic surf. Located just inland on the south coast plains, Skálholt became the episcopal see in 1056 CE. For over 700 years, it acted as the cultural, political, and religious capital of Iceland, housing the island's first school. It lost its status only after a devastating earthquake in 1784, which forced authorities to relocate the cultural hub to Reykjavik. To survive the brutal coastal winds and a total lack of timber, South Coast locals perfected turf houses. The historic farm at Keldur is one of the oldest preserved turf structures in Iceland, complete with a 12th century underground escape tunnel built during the Civil War of the Sturlung. The South Coast sits directly on the eastern volcanic zone, making it one of the most volcanically active places on. Hidden beneath the massive Mýrdalsjökull Glacier is Katla, one of Iceland's most feared subglacial volcanoes. When Katla erupts, it vaporizes millions of tons of ice, triggering a catastrophic glacial flash flood. These flash floods carry massive amounts of sediment down to the coast. In fact, Katla's massive 1918 eruption deposited so much volcanic debris that it extended the south coastline seaward by 2.5 to 3 miles, creating the expansive black sand plains seen today. Further east lies the Lagoon fissure system. Its 1783 eruption was one of the deadliest volcanic events in global history, spewing toxic fluorine and sulfur dioxide gases across Europe. The resulting haze famine wiped out 80% of Iceland's livestock and roughly a quarter of its population, dramatically altering the region's agricultural landscape. The South Coast's history is so dynamic that it still creates land. In 1963, a violent underwater eruption just off the coast birthed the brand new island of Surtsey, which is now a highly restricted UNESCO World Heritage Site, used exclusively to study how life naturally colonizes new land. For most of the 20th century, the South Coast was a quiet farming and fishing district. Everything changed in 2010 with the eruption of the subglacial volcano Eyjafjallajökull. The resulting ash cloud grounded global aviation for weeks, inadvertently shining a massive international spotlight on Iceland's raw natural beauty. Combined with the completion of the Ring Road decades prior, this event transformed the South Coast from an isolated wilderness into one of the most heavily visited, world-famous road trips on Earth. Ultimate South Coast route and highlights include iconic waterfalls, glaciers, beaches and coastal formations in the town of Vik. Iconic waterfalls include Salandsfalls, Jufrabuli, and Skagafalls. Glaciers to visit include Solheim Maljoku, Katlujoku, Skaftafellsjoku, and Aljoku, and Breumurkujoku. Beaches and coastal formations to visit include Reynisfjara, Black Sand Beach, Dihole, and Firejorfor Canyon. Reynisfjara Black Sand Beach is world famous for its jet black volcanic sands, soaring hexagonal basalt columns, and Reynisfjara sea stacks towering out of the Atlantic. The beach is notorious for deadly sneaker waves. Never turn your back to the ocean and stay well away from the shoreline. Diamond Beach is located directly across the road from the Glacier Lagoon, where the same icebergs wash ashore onto pitch black sands, glistening like diamonds. Dihole is a massive volcanic arch, offering cliffside views over endless black sand coastlines. It serves as a major nesting ground for puffins during summer months. While some may prefer a one-day trip of the south coast, there are those who have extra time may do a multi-day south coast itinerary, which eliminates unnecessary driving and spaces out the main sites. Day 1 is waterfalls and black sands, starting at the base camp in Vik. This includes waterfalls like Salandsfalls, Jufrabuli, and Skagafalls, Skolgar, Dryholy Peninsula, and Reynisfjara Black Sand Beach. Day 2, you will see canyons, glaciers, and icebergs. In this loop, you'll see the Firejorfor Canyon, Skaftafellsjokull, Skarlon Glacier Lagoon, Diamond Beach, and either Hawthorne or Kirkjubæjarlónstour. Day 3, the scenic drive west back towards Reykjavik. Here you'll stop at Selfoss turf houses and then at Sky Lagoon before returning to downtown Reykjavik. Solheim Maljoku is a striking 5-mile-long outlet glacier of the massive Myrdalsjökull ice cap, situated directly between the notorious Eyjafjallajökull and Katla volcanoes. It's easily the most accessible glacier on Iceland's south coast. Köllójökull is a highly dynamic glacier. It's famous for housing spectacular natural black and blue ice caves that can be safely toured with a guide all year round. Located in Skaftafell Natural Reserve, these massive rugged glacier tongues are incredibly popular for advanced scenic glacier trekking due to their steep ice falls and jagged seracs. The massive glacier tongue flows directly into the famous Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon. As it advances and breaks apart, it calves the massive glowing blue icebergs that float across the lagoon and wash up on the Diamond Beach. The best time to visit the south coast of Iceland is between June and August, as it offers nearly 24 hours of daylight and puffin sightings. October through April offers much shorter days but provides the opportunity to view northern lights and tour natural blue ice caves. Dress in layers. You will need windproof or waterproof jackets, thermal base layers, and gloves even during summer months. Waterproof hiking boots with excellent grip are mandatory for wet trails behind waterfalls and rocky canyons. Explore southern Iceland on this small group tour combining visits to waterfalls, beaches, and glaciers with a thermal experience at Sky Lagoon. Spend a day discovering some of Iceland's best natural landmarks and relaxing in a renowned thermal spa. Use my link to book this small group tour using Viator. To get to Skagafalls from Reykjavik, you will drive directly east along Iceland's main highway, the Ring Road. The waterfalls are exceptionally easy to find because they sit right off the main road and are completely visible miles away as you approach. If you do not want to rent a car and handle the driving yourself, a guided tour is the most stress-free alternative. The perfect road pit stops along the way include the Hellis Shehol Mountain Pass, Selfoss Town, and Höfuðsfjallur Lava Center. The mountain pass is the dramatic steaming lava plateau just outside the capital city. Selfoss is the perfect spot to grab a premium bakery coffee at Almar Bakery or fuel up your car before entering the more rural areas. Have your camera ready as you turn onto Skagafjörður. Getting a dashboard shot of the massive 200-foot waterfall growing larger in the frame makes an excellent transition for your vlog. Skagafjörður is one of Iceland's biggest and most iconic waterfalls, renowned for its immense power and perfect rectangular shape. It plunges 60 meters over an ancient sea cliff and spans an impressive width of 25 meters. The massive cliff face was once Iceland's actual ocean coastline before the island rebounded from Ice Age glaciers and the sea retreated several miles south. One of Iceland's most famous myths claims that the region's first settler buried a massive chest filled with gold coins in a cave directly beneath the roaring current of the waterfall. Folklore states that locals found the treasure chest generations later. They hooked a rope to the large ring on the side of the chest to pull it out, but the chest slipped back into the depths, leaving them with only the ring. The ring was later kept on the church door at Skagor and is now preserved at the nearby Skogar Museum. The staircase to the right of the waterfall follows an ancient path used by locals for centuries to cross the mountain pass between Eyjafjallajökull and Mýrdalsjökull glaciers. In recent history, Skagafjörður evolved from a quiet local wonder into a global cinematic landmark, starring in blockbusters like Thor: The Dark World, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and Game of Thrones. The sheer volume of water cascading from the Skoga River generates a massive constant cloud of spray. On sunny days, the heavy mist reliably produces vibrant single or double rainbows. Because the ground leading up to the waterfall is completely flat and pebbled, you can walk right up to the roaring base. Be prepared to be completely drenched by the spray within seconds if you approach closely. Walk directly along the flat riverbed to stand face to face with the wall of water. This is the best perspective for capturing the true scale of the landscape in your vlog. A steep wooden staircase to the right of the fall climbs 527 steps up the cliffside. The top observation platform offers a dramatic bird's eye view of the Cascade and the distant southern coastline. The platform at the top marks the official trailhead for the famous Rohrhaus Pass. If you hike just 15 to 30 minutes past the stairs along the river, you'll escape the crowds and discover several more dramatic, lesser-known waterfalls. The main gravel parking lot sits steps away from the waterfall. Unlike many other South Coast stops, parking at Skagafalls, wearing waterproof outer layers is non-negotiable if you are planning to get close to the falls. Keep a microfiber cloth handy to wipe down your camera lens between frames. To get to Solheimajoku Glacier from Skagafalls, continue driving east along Ring Road. It's a highly straightforward scenic drive that takes you past another one of Iceland's most famous waterfalls. Solheimajoku is a striking 5-mile-long outlet glacier on the massive Miradaljoku ice cap. Situated directly beside the volatile Katla and Eyjafjallajoku volcanoes, it stands out as the most easily accessible glacier on Iceland's south coast. Soheimajoku translates literally to home of the sun glacier. However, its visual identity is defined by a raw, otherworldly aesthetic. The ice is heavily streaked with zebra-like layers of jet black volcanic ash. Much of this ash contains remnants from the famous 2010 Ijafalajoku eruption, acting as a preserved geological timeline trapped in a frozen ridge. The glacier is melting at an alarming rate, retreating by roughly 60 meters in length annually. Since 2010, the glacier has retreated nearly 600 meters. The massive glacial lagoon pooling at its base only began forming in 2007, serving as a stark first-hand look at global warming. Soheimajoku is a living laboratory of glaciology and volcanism. Because it's an outlet glacier, it squeezes and shapes the terrain beneath it, leaving behind highly distinct geological features. Soheimajoku sits directly on the eastern volcanic zone, nestled between two massive subglacial volcanoes, Ijafalajoku and Katla. The most striking feature of the glacier is its dark zebra-striped appearance. These black bands are layered in tephra from past eruptions. The thickest bands are remnants of the 2010 eruption. The ash actually protects the ice beneath it from the sun, creating raised ice ridges because the exposed, clean white ice around it melts faster. As you approach the glacier's edge, you will frequently smell a distinct scent of rotten eggs. This is hydrogen sulfide gas, which escapes from subglacial thermal vents under the Mirador ice cap and gets carried down by the subglacial meltwater. The immense pressure of millions tons of ice moving down a mountain slope creates unique structural features on the glacier's surface. Crevices are deep vertical cracks in the ice sheet. They form because the glacier moves at different speeds. The middle moves faster at the edges, which frictionally drag against the valley walls. Crevices can be hundreds of feet deep and are often hidden by thin snow bridges, making unguided trekking lethal. Moulins or glacial mills are spectacular, perfectly circular vertical shafts drilled straight through the ice. They are carved by swirling high-pressure surface meltwater streams that plunge deep into the interior of the glacier, melting the giant drains. You will notice dirt cones, which are cone-shaped mounds that look like mini volcanoes. These are actually solid ice cones covered in protective layers of black volcanic dirt. The dirt insulation prevents the sun from melting the ice core beneath it. Solheimajökull provides a rapid, visible demonstration of climate change and glacial geomorphology. The rocky, chaotic landscape and gravel. The rocky, chaotic landscape of gravel and boulders right before you reach the ice at the terminal moraine, the geological junkyard left behind, as the glacier acts as a giant bulldozer, scraping rocks off the valley walls and dumping it at the furthest point of advance. The Proglacial Lagoon is the deep lagoon at the base of the lagoon, which only started forming in 2007. It was created purely by the rapid melting and retreat of the ice tongue. As the glacier shrinks back into the valley, the empty basin it carved out over centuries fills up with its own meltwater. The glacier frequently calves, meaning massive blocks of ancient ice breaks off the main tongue and crashes into the lagoon, where they float around as small icebergs before melting away. You do not need to scale the ice to appreciate Solheimajökull. Your options depend entirely on your comfort level. Anyone can park at the base and walk an easy, flat gravel path for about 15 minutes to reach the glacier's edge and a scenic lagoon viewpoint. While walking to the lagoon edge is free, stepping onto the actual glacier without a certified guide is incredibly dangerous. So if you want to hike an actual glacier, I would recommend joining a guided glacier hike. Booking a local excursion equips you with the necessary equipment, including crampons, a harness, a helmet, and an ice axe to safely explore the deep blue ice formations. The wind coming off the glacier tongue creates an immediate, intense wind chill factor. You must wear sturdy, waterproof hiking boots with ankle support, windproof outer layers, gloves, a hat, and absolutely no denim, as cotton holds freezing moisture. Join this small group mini bus day tour of Iceland's south coast. Witness glaciers, volcanoes, waterfalls, and the famous Reynisfjara black sand beach on this trip. This tour is perfect for those wanting the best value tour focused on exploring the best spots along Iceland's magnificent south coast. Book this tour through local favorite guide to Iceland. Experience what it's like to stand on a glacier. Embark on a remarkable day trip from Reykjavik to explore Iceland's enchanting south coast. Delve into the magic of Solheimajökull Glacier as you gear up for an exciting glacial hike. Equipped with a harness, crampons, ice pick, and helmet, these natural wonders encapsulate the unique beauty of Iceland's south coast, making this journey an unforgettable experience. Join this hiking tour through Guide to Iceland. get to Vik from Solheim Maljoku, drive east along Ring Road. It's a very short, scenic, and straightforward drive that takes you through vast black sand floodplains. The drive takes approximately 25 minutes. For this reason, some people like to stop at either Djurhole or Reynisfjara Black Sand Beach before continuing on to Vik. Popular stops along the route include the Djurhole turnoff and the Reynisfjara Beach turnoff. The Reynisfjara Beach turnoff is a few minutes further down. You will see a right-hand turn for Road 215. This takes you directly down to the famous Black Sand Beach and is hexagonal. Before stopping at Vik for lunch, we'll swing by Reynisfjara. Reynisfjara is a world-famous jaw-dropping black sand beach located just a 10-minute drive from the village of Vik. It is widely considered one of the most visually stunning and notoriously dangerous coastal landmarks on Earth. Formed by volcanic lava pulverized over centuries by the crashing Atlantic Ocean, its jet black pebbled shores provide a moody cinematic backdrop that has been heavily featured in major productions like Game of Thrones and Star Wars. Key sites at Reynisfjara include the basalt columns, Reynisdrangar sea stacks, and the Hálsandshjalur cave. The basalt columns are massive geometric cliff side walls composed of perfectly formed vertical hexagonal basalt columns. This natural architectural marvel was created when a short sheet of volcanic lava cooled slowly and uniformly over time. Reynisdrangar sea stacks is a jagged, imposing basalt rock pillars that tower out of the ocean just off the coast. According to local Icelandic folklore, these stacks were formed when two trolls attempted to drag a three-masted ship to shore, but were caught by the rising sun and instantly turned to stone. The Hálsandshjalur cave is a spectacular cliffside cavern situated right at the eastern edge of the beach, roofed entirely by geometric basalt pillars. Reynisfjara is positioned directly open to the brutal undercurrents of the Atlantic Ocean, with no major landmass between the beach and Antarctica. This creates deadly sneaker waves, massive silent rollers that look calm but surge unpredictably far up the shore, with enough force to drag an adult out to sea instantly. To protect travelers, a color-coded traffic light warning system is active at the main beach. Green light is low risk, meaning you are permitted to explore the main beach, but must still maintain a strict 20 to 30 meter buffer distance from the waterline at all times. Yellow light means medium hazard. The ocean swells are aggressive and visitors are completely prohibited from entering the designated yellow zone. You also must not approach the cave or cliff corners. Red light means extreme danger. The beach is closed and you are legally forbidden to walk past the entrance sign. Parking is managed by digital automated cameras. The main P1 lot closest to the sand charges a flat fee of 1,000 ISK per vehicle via the Parks app framework. As one of Iceland's most popular sites, tour bus crowds the area between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. for pristine vlog footage, and with empty sands, aim to arrive before 9 a.m. or capture dramatic shifting of colors at sunset. The site also features the Black Beach restaurant right next to the parking lot, offering hot volcanic soups, local coffee, and restrooms. Get to Vik from Reykjavik, head north on Road 215, drive about 6 kilometers until Road 215 intersects with the main highway. Turn right onto Route 1. Follow Route 1 as it winds up and over the mountain pass. As you crest the final hill, you will look down into the valley and see the iconic red-roofed church and village of Vik. Nestled directly under the shadow of the massive Mýrdalsjökull Glacier, which hides the volatile Katla volcano, Vik has a population of fewer than 400 permanent residents, but welcomes hundreds of thousands of travelers every year. Top sights to see around Vik include Mýrdal Church, Reykjavik Black Sand Beach, Voyage's Friendship Statue, and Black Crust Pizzeria. I've talked about the Reykjavik Black Sand Beach before, so I'll talk about the other three. The Myrdal Church is the historic red roof wooden church which sits on the hill overlooking the valley. It's the most famous photo spot in town and serves as the official emergency evacuation meeting point for residents in the event of a Kala volcanic eruption. The Voyages Friendship Statue, which is located right on Vic's local shoreline, is a sleek 1.8-meter aluminum sculpture that commemorates the historic fishing links and friendship between Iceland and the UK. Vik is the ultimate pit stop for travelers, as it is the last major town with comprehensive services for a long stretch of the Ring Road heading east. It features a large N1 gas station for fuel, a well-stocked grocery store for supplies, and numerous boutique hotels. Travelers executing a single-day trip from Reykjavik, Vik marks the final turn-back point. Vik also is a town that acts as a great base for multi-day trips in the area in the south coast. Driving from Reykjavik to Vik takes roughly 2.5 hours non-stop, making it 5 hours round trip before accounting for any attraction sightseeing. Reykjavik Black Sand Beach is the local black sand beach located directly adjacent to the town of Vik. Unlike Reynisfjara, which is on the other side of the mountain ridge, Reykjavik sits right at the edge of the village, making it incredibly easy to access. If you are already staying in town, you do not need to drive. You can simply walk there in less than 5 minutes. Reykjavik is stunning, highly accessible, and provides a less crowded alternative than its much more famous neighbor, Reynisfjara. It's more peaceful and crowd-free for travelers and vloggers. Like most of Iceland's south coast, Reykjavik has jet black sand and is composed of coarse particles and smooth volcanic pebbles. This landscape formed when molten caustic lava from subglacial eruptions rapidly cool upon hitting the freezing Atlantic Ocean, fragmenting into tiny glass particles over centuries. The massive Reynisfjall mountain ridge physically cuts the coastline in half, which creates two entirely separate beaches with distinct advantages. The Reynisfjara beach on the west side is home to famous cliffside hexagonal basalt columns and the Hálseinshjallar cave. It is spectacular but heavily congested with daily tour buses and thousands of tourists. The Viator on the east side of town offers a wide, open shoreline right next to town with a fraction of the crowds. It provides a cleaner backdrop and presents the best vantage point looking west at the jagged profiles of Reynisdrangar sea stacks. Just like Reykjavik is exposed to the open, relentless forces of the North Atlantic Ocean and is thus subject to critical sneaker wave safety protocol. The rule of thumb is to enjoy strolling along the black sand, but never turn your back on the water and maintain a 20 to 30 meter buffer from the wet tide lines. The fastest and most convenient way to get from Vik to Falls is by driving west on Route 1, the Ring Road. The journey spans approximately 60 kilometers and takes about 45 to 50 minutes under normal road conditions. Falls and Jufabuli are two stunning, contrast-heavy waterfalls located directly next to each other on Route 1, making them the perfect dual stop on your South Coast trip. While the Cascades are fed by glacial meltwaters of the notorious Eyjafjallajökull volcano, they offer completely different experiences. The fascinating geographical fact about these waterfalls is that they used to plunge directly into the Atlantic Ocean. During the last ice age, which ended roughly 10,000 years ago, Iceland was buried under a massive, incredibly heavy ice sheet. This immense weight physically pushed the island's bedrock down into the Earth's mantle, a process called isostatic depression. Because the land was pushed down, the ocean level rose much higher inland than it is today. The towering vertical cliffs of Seljalandsfoss and Jufabuli cascade over were the original coastline of Iceland. As the climate warmed, the heavy ice sheet melted, the immense weight was lifted. The island began to slowly rise back up out of the ocean like a sponge, a process known as post-glacial rebound. This lifting action, combined with massive amounts of volcanic settlement washing down from eruptions, pushed the modern Atlantic shoreline 3 to 4 miles south, leaving behind the fertile green lowlands you drive across today. Both Seljalandsfoss and Jufabuli are entirely by the Seljalandsfoss River, which originates high above the slopes of the notorious Eyjafjallajökull glacier cap. These caps themselves are made of layers of hard volcanic basalt and softer palagonate tuff. Over thousands of years, the pounding water eroded the softer rock at the base of Seljalandsfoss much faster than the hard basalt top. This uneven erosion carved out the deep, hollow cavern behind Seljalandsfoss, which is what allows visitors to walk completely behind the water curtain today. Plunging 60 meters over an ancient sea cliff, Seljalandsfoss is one of Iceland's most recognizable landmarks. The magic is that it's a wide pathway that loops completely around the cascade, which allows you to walk completely behind the roaring curtain of water. Looking out through the water at sunset provides a stellar cinematic shot. During the winter and early spring, the loop path behind the waterfall is frequently closed due to heavy black ice and falling icicles. You can still photograph it from the front viewing platforms though. Located a flat 10-minute walk north along the cliff face from Seljalandsfoss, this waterfall is completely invisible from the outside road. Translating to one who dwells in the canyon, Jufrabuli is tucked away inside a narrow vertical rock chasm. To see it, you must wade directly into the crack by hopping across wet stepping stones into a shallow stream. Once inside, you will emerge into a small misty cave where the water crashes down into a pool right in front of a giant boulder, which serves as a highly popular photo spot. Because these waterfalls are directly tied to the subglacial volcano, their geography can change instantly. During volcanic eruptions, subglacial melting can trigger glacial flash floods that carry massive boulders, mud, and ash down these river channels, altering the surrounding terrain overnight. View the waterfalls entirely for free, but the main parking lot requires a flat fee of 1,000 ISK, which covers you for the entire day and includes both waterfalls. Fines for ignoring the pay meter are steep, so pay promptly. Wearing waterproofs here are non-negotiable, as the swirling mist will completely saturate cotton clothing in seconds. Inside Jufrabuli, it literally rains constantly due to enclosed walls. Pack a fully waterproof rain jacket, waterproof pants, and waterproof hiking boots with serious grip. Be sure to bring microfiber cloth to constantly wipe your camera lens between shots. To get to Sky Lagoon from Seljalandsfoss, you will drive west back towards the capital region. This journey transitions you from the wild natural landscapes of the south coast straight into premium geothermal relaxation. Be sure to stop by the Ilafajoku viewpoint, located roughly halfway between Seljalandsfoss and Skagafoss. Look for a small roadside pull-off with information boards. It offers a direct, sweeping view of the subglacial volcano that caused the 2010 aviation shutdown. Experience nature at its best with waterfalls and black sand beaches. Walk behind the cascades of Seljalandsfoss and go to the glacier snout at Solheimsfjall. Go to Iceland's southernmost village in Vik for a lunch stop. Marvel at the unique landscape of river waterfalls and glacial mountains on this guided tour of Iceland's south coast through GetYourGuide. Explore the south coast of Iceland and the Sky Lagoon on a guided day trip from Reykjavik. Discover stunning waterfalls and walk over black sand beaches and a glacier before relaxing in a thermal spa. Listen to the ancient whirring of Skagafoss waterfall in a silent icy wilderness. Climb a winding path with a serene view behind the Sellandansfoss waterfall, admire the mighty presence of the tremendous Solheimsjökull glacier up close. Then relax your body, mind, and soul at Sky Lagoon. Book this small group tour through GetYourGuide. The Sky Lagoon is a premium oceanside geothermal spa located in Kópavogur, just a 15-minute drive from downtown Reykjavik. It was opened in 2021 and has since become immensely popular for its massive 75-meter infinity edge pool that blends seamlessly into the dramatic North Atlantic Ocean. To maintain a quiet, adult-friendly ambiance, the Sky Lagoon has an age limit of 12+. Pre-booking online via Sky Lagoon's official booking portal is mandatory. There are 2 packages available, the Salmon Pass and the Sur Pass. The Salmon Pass is the classic package, which includes lagoon entry, public changing rooms, a towel, and the full 7-step ritual. The Sur Pass is the premium option, which includes everything included in the Salmon Pass, but has plus access to upgraded private changing rooms. The 7-step skull wellness ritual is included in most ticket packages. The skull ritual takes place inside a traditional Icelandic turf house replica. The process includes lagoon, a cold plunge, a sauna, a cold mist, body scrub, steam room, and Elixir, which is a cold shot of traditional juice made with wild Icelandic crowberries. The entire spot is built to look like it belongs in ancient Iceland. The main building features a massive facade built using traditional Icelandic turf layering. Soil and grass are cut into specific geometric blocks and stacked to form thick insulating walls. Inside, the design uses dark gray basalt blocks, dim lighting, and raw timber. The architecture creates an atmosphere that feels like entering a hidden volcanic cave before you emerge into the open ocean waters. The cliffside wall is a complex engineering feat designed to handle Iceland's intense coastal elements, the hidden catch basin, and the wind deflectors. Directly over the edge is a hidden 2-meter drop channel that catches the overflowing water, which filters it, reheats it, and pumps it back into the main pool. This keeps the water crystal clear and perfectly level, even when heavily crowded. The wind deflectors are large, natural basalt rocks which are strategically anchored into the side of the pool. They act as natural windbreaks, protecting your camera gear, keeping the water surface calm when the fierce ocean winds blow across the peninsula. To access the swim-up bar, you will need your entry wristband, which acts as a digital wallet to purchase beers, wine, or mocktails while floating in the lagoon. Phones are permitted in the main lagoon area but are banned within the 7-step ritual turf house to maintain guest privacy and a peaceful environment. The best time to do a vlog here is around golden hour, capturing the golden hour sunset or winter northern lights reflecting off the ocean horizon provides spectacular footage. Embark on a journey of senses powered by the elements at Sky Lagoon, Oceanside Geothermal Lagoon. This is an excellent conclusion to a long day trip of the South Coast. Check out the packages available on the website. Exploring Iceland's south coast is a bucket list travel experience because it compresses the Earth's most dramatic, contrasting landscapes into a single, highly accessible road trip. Unlike other remote wilderness areas around the world that require days of rough off-roading, the south coast's greatest wonders sit right off the fully paved ring road. Nowhere else on Earth can you stand on a black sand beach pulverized by the Atlantic surf, look up at a massive glacier tongue, and realize that a highly active volcano is sliding directly beneath that ice. The South Coast lets you experience both sides of nature's extremes in a single afternoon. A road trip down the South Coast requires a massive amount of physical exertion. Ending your trip by sliding into a 38-degree geothermal pool instantly soothes your sore hiking muscles, thaws your body, and washes away the road fatigue before returning to Reykjavik. In my next vlog, I'll be doing an ice cave tour in Reykjavik from Reykjavik.